emergency suffered infection created for entertainment purpose only, not affiliated with videos or cricket entertainment. Characters and storylines are fictional and for entertainment purpose only. If you are harmful, then please just leave. Tag is fine, but no respect and kindness. Kim Taehyung was known for many things: his wealth, his beauty, his sharp mind, and his calm voice that made even enemies go quit. But no one knew the madness inside him. No one knew the cold nights he spent craving something he couldn't name. He had everything, but nothing touched his heart until he saw him caged, shaking, tears hanging on his long lashes like diamonds. A bunny hybrid, his bunny. From the first second, something dark and warm loomed in Taehyung's chest. He had to have him, no matter what. Jungkook didn't remember when he stopped feeling safe. He was born as a bunny hybrid, soft ears, gentle eyes, small voice, always quick. Humans never treated him like a person. They caged him, hurt him, sold him. He never cried. Crying made them angrier, but deep inside he always wished someone would hold him gently, call his name with love, touch his ear without hurting. Just once he wanted to be someone's precious thing. The air was heavy with silence, even though the room was full of whispers. Taehyung didn't want to be here. His black coat clung to his tall frame, sharp eyes scanning the place with mild boredom. He hated gatherings like these, private auctions where rare hybrids were displayed like items. It made his stomach turn, but he had to be there. His father had sent him to choose a guard hybrid for the estate. Something tall, strong, cold. Hyung didn't care. He just wanted to get it over with. His expensive shoes echoed on the marble floor as he walked deeper into the dim room. Golden cages lined the wall, each one holding a hybrid in silence. Some were wide-eyed, some angry, some completely numb. His steps slowed as he glanced briefly at each one. Nothing caught his attention until one cage stopped. His heartbeat small, cuddled in the corner like he was hiding from the world. A soft white blanket barely covered his thin legs. Long bunny ears dropped over his head, shaking slightly. The boy had his head down, arm wrapped tightly around himself. He was trembling. Taehyung's chest tightened. He didn't know why. He walked closer without thinking. The crowd disappeared from his mind. The lights dimmed. It was only him and that bunny. Taehyung stood in front of the cage, eyes locked on the boy's soft figure. "Who is he?" Taehyung asked the handler beside him, his voice suddenly low, serious. The man, oh him, the man's quick one, barely speaks. He's been passed around a few wires, but always ends up returned. Too soft, too scared, not useful. Theon didn't reply, he didn't move, he just stared. And then slowly the bunny lifted his head, big round eyes, tears shimmered in the corners. His lips trembled slightly as he looked at Theon with fear and confusion. And just like that, Theon forgot how to breathe. A strange warmth spread in his chest, not desire, not pity, something else, something deep, soft, protective. He had never seen eyes like those, eyes that begged for comfort without a single word. The bunny lowered his head again quickly, as if scared he would get in trouble for looking. Theon clenched his jaw. "Open the cage," he said, suddenly sharp. The handler blinked. "Sir, Theon," I said, "open it." The man rushed to unlock it, confused but silent. Theon stepped closer, kneeling in front of the small bunny. "Hey," his voice was low, now calm, soft. "Theon, look at me, little one." Slowly, carefully, the boy lifted his head again. His big ears trembled. His eyes met Theon's, confused, scared, lost. Theon stared deep into them, and something inside him whispered, "He's mine." He didn't even know the boy's name. He didn't know where this feeling came from, but he knew it was real. "Theon, I'm not going to hurt you," Theon said gently, voice barely above a whisper. "You don't have to be scared." The bunny looked at him like no one had ever said that to him before. His lips parted, but no sound came out. Taehyung reached his hand inside, not to touch but to offer. His palm open, waiting. "Taehyung, come with me." The boy flinched, then looked at his hand, and slowly, so slowly, he reached out with shaking fingers and placed his hand on Taehyung's palm, small, fragile. Taehyung's heart clenched. "Taehyung, what's your name?" he asked softly. The boy whispered, "Jungkook." Taehyung whispered back like a promise, "Jungkook, my bunny." The car was too quick that even Jungkook's soft sniffles felt loud. The ride had barely started, but Jungkook had curled himself into the furthest corner of the plush backseat, knees to his chest, tears streaming silently down his cheeks. His long bunny ears dropped down, brushing the leather seat. Taehyung noticed everything, the way Jungkook kept trembling, the way his tiny fingers clutched the sleeves of his oversized sweater they would thrown over him after the auction, the way he looked at like he would disappear if someone ever raised his voice. Taehyung's heart broke slowly, quickly. This boy wasn't just scared, he was broken. And Taehyung didn't like that at all. Taehyung bunny, his voice was low, warm, and soft like velvet. Jungkook flinched. Jungkook, it's okay. Jungkook whispered, trying to stop crying, even though his face was wet and pink. I won't bother you. Taehyung moved slowly, no sudden gestures. He gently patted the seat beside him. Come here. Jungkook looked at him, eyes wide, unsure. I will be good, I promise, Taehyung. Baby, Taehyung interrupted, eyes softening. I know you are scared. You don't have to pretend with me. Just come here, please. Jungkook's lips trembled, his small body shook again. But slowly he crawled over. Taehyung held out his arm. Jungkook froze, then let himself fall into them. Taehyung catched him easily, gently, pulled him into his lap like he was cradling something fragile and precious. Taehyung, there we go, he whispered into the bunny's ear, hugging him close, just like this, bunny, baby one. Jungkook sobbed softly into Taehyung's chest, soaking his shirt with tiny cries. Taehyung didn't mind. He rubbed slow circles on the bunny's back, one hand covering the back of Jungkook's head protectively, fingers playing with the soft ears. Taehyung, I'm not going to let anything hurt you ever again, he murmurs. You are okay now, I have got you. Jungkook clenched his shirt tightly. Why are you being so kind to me? He asked, voice shaking. You don't even know me. Taehyung kissed the top of his head gently. I don't need to know everything about you to know you deserve kindness, he whispered, and I want to be the one to give it to you. Jungkook sniffled, looking up slowly. Taehyung wiped the tears from his cheeks with his thumbs, holding his face so gently it made the bunny freeze. Taehyung, you are so tiny, baby one, he whispered with a small smile. So soft. How could anyone be cruel to something like you? Jungkook blushed, hiding again in Taehyung's chest. I'm not special, Taehyung. Grip tightened just slightly, pulling him closer. You are to me. They stayed like that for a while, Jungkook curled in his lap like a trembling kitten. Taehyung noticed him gently whispering soft things into his ear. My angel, my little one, my sweet baby one. Every time Jungkook flinched, Taehyung soothed. Every time he cried, Taehyung hummed softly, kissing the top of his head. And for the first time in his life, Jungkook let himself feel it. Warm safety, a gentle kind of love that didn't ask for anything back, just held him like he mattered. It had been a few weeks since Jungkook came to live in Taehyung's mansion. From the outside, the place looked like the castle, towering gates, marble floors, golden frame on the walls. But for Jungkook, the only thing that mattered was the man who lived inside it. Taehyung had been patient with him from the very beginning. Not once had he raised his voice. Not once had he let anyone else even come near Jungkook, not even the maids. Morning light. The day started softly. Sunlight crept into the wide room through long cream curtains. The warmth of the morning light kissed the sheet where two bodies lay tangled in silence. Jungkook was still asleep, curled like a kitten under the thick blanket, only the tip of his long bunny ears poking out. Taehyung was already awake, but he didn't move. Instead, he stared quickly at the boy laying beside him, heart warm, chest full. He reached out, brushing Jungkook's messy hair away from his closed eyes. His fingers were gentle, like touching the petals of the flower. Taehyung, good morning, baby one, he whispered, voice low and soft. Jungkook, ears twitched at the sound. He stirred slightly, then peeked up from under the blanket, blinking with sleepy confusion. Jungkook, Taehyung, he whispered, voice hoarse from sleep. Taehyung, I'm here, Bun. Jungkook, you didn't leave. Taehyung, heart cracked a little. I told you I never would. Jungkook's eyes filled with tears, even though there was no reason. He cries easily, he always had. But Taehyung never scolded him for it. He simply pulled him into his arm, hugging him like he had all the time in the world. Time skip. Later that morning, Taehyung took Jungkook to the sunroom to eat breakfast. It had large glass windows that looked over a flower garden Taehyung always made sure the table was already set before Jungkook entered. He knew the bunny hybrid got nervous around strangers, so he dismissed all staff early. Jungkook stood by the door shyly, holding the sleeve of his sweater with both hands. Turned and smiled warmly. "Come here, baby," he said, opening his arms. Jungkook padded over, head lowered, eyes fluttering nervously. Taehyung didn't sit in his own chair. He pulled Jungkook wrapping his arm around his waist and nuzzling his ear. "Taehyung, you smell like strawberries today," he teased playfully. Jungkook blushed, hiding his face in Taehyung's neck. "I used the soap you gave me." Taehyung, "It's my favorite," Taehyung whispered, placing a kiss on his cheeks. He picked up the spoon and slowly fed the bunny a warm bite of porridge. "Taehyung, you need to eat well, one," he said sweetly. "You are too tiny." Jungkook, "I'm trying, Yongi," Jungkook replied shyly, cheek stuffed. "Taehyung, you are doing perfect, baby." Every time Jungkook chewed and swallowed, Taehyung praised him like he would won a trophy. Time skip. Later that evening, it was bath time. Taehyung had filled the tub with warm water, salt bubbles, and even dropped in a bunny-shaped bath bomb he had secretly ordered it the day after Jungkook moved in. But when Taehyung called him in, Jungkook stood at the bathroom door, clutching his plush toys tightly and shaking his head. "Jungkook, don't want to. Please, Yoongi," he whimpers, eyes wide with fear. "Don't make me go in." Taehyung's expression softened instantly. He walked over slowly and knelt in front of him. "Taehyung, hey, I won't make you do anything," he whispered gently. "But baby, baths are not scary anymore. Not when I'm here." Jungkook sniffled. "But they used to hurt me." Taehyung felt a wave of silent rage at the people who had made this little boy scared of simple things. "Taehyung," he opened his arms again. "Come here." Jungkook ran into them without thinking. Taehyung sat on the bathroom floor, fully dressed, just holding him there until the trembling stopped. Then slowly he took Jungkook's hand and led him to the edge of the tub. "Taehyung, I will go first. See, I put my hand in. It's just warm water. Feel it." Jungkook touched it, then blinked. "It's nice." Taehyung smiled. "Let's sit together." He undressed Jungkook with slow hands, asking permission every step of the way. When they were in the water, Taehyung held him in his lap, humming softly, brushing shampoo through his fluffy hair, kissing his temple every few minutes. "Taehyung, you are such a good boy, baby one," he whispered, "so brave." And when it was done, he wrapped him in the warmest towel and dried him head to toe like a baby. Jungkook looked up with pink cheeks. "I would cry, didn't cry this time." Taehyung beamed and kissed his forehead. "My strong little bunny, I am so proud of you." A few days later, Taehyung took Jungkook out for the first time, just a small walk in his private garden. No one else was supposed to be there. But one of the junior groundskeeper accidentally walked by post and said softly, "Oh, what a cute hybrid." Before he could finish, Taehyung stepped in front of Jungkook, blocking the view completely. Taehyung's expression was cold, his voice sharp. "Get out." The man blinked. "I didn't mean Taehyung. Get out now." The man flinched instantly. Jungkook tugged Taehyung's sleeve from behind. "Scared? You were scary, Yoongi." Taehyung turned, cupped his cheeks, and spoke softly again. "I'm sorry, baby, but no one gets to look at you like that. You are mine." Jungkook pouted. "You are jealous." Taehyung smiled and leaned down until their nose touched. "Only for my baby one." That night, Taehyung dressed Jungkook in a soft bunny print pajama set. He tucked him into the silk sheet, then lay beside him, pulling the boy into his chest with practiced ease. Jungkook curled up like always, small and warm and safe. "Taehyung, are you sleepy, angel?" Taehyung whispered. Jungkook, Taehyung, want a lullaby? Jungkook, yours only. Taehyung chuckled softly, then began humming, one hand rubbing soothingly over Jungkook's back. Jungkook's voice was barely a whisper. "Do you really love me, Yoongi?" Taehyung pulled him even closer, resting his lips on Jungkook's hair. "With everything in me," he whispered. "You are the only thing in this world I will never let go of." Time skipped. The lights were dim. Only the soft golden lamp on the bedside table glowed faintly in the corner, throwing long shadows across the wall of the spacious room. Outside, the rain tapped gently on the windows like nature itself whispering lullabies. Theung sat on the edge of the bed, watching Jungkook, who had already curled up in the middle of the mattress like a sleepy kitten, his oversized bunny hoodie slipping down one shoulder. Jungkook, why are you staring? Jungkook mumbled, hiding his face behind his sleeves, a pink flush on his cheeks. Theung smiled, his voice low and tender. Because you are the most beautiful thing I have ever seen, baby one. He leaned down slowly, climbing over Jungkook, his strong arm caging him protectively. The air between them thick and warm, full of unspoken affection. Jungkook looked up with wide eyes, breathing unevenly. Daddy, Theon. Eyes darkened lovingly. I told you, didn't I, that I want you to call me that only when you mean it. Jungkook nodded shyly, biting his lips. I mean it. Theon brushed his knuckles across Jungkook's cheeks, then slowly slid his hand down to the hem of his shirt. Can I touch you, my little baby bloom? He whispered, voice like honey. Just want to feel you close. Jungkook shivered and nodded, heart thumping. Theon's hand slipped underneath the fabric, fingertips gliding along the soft skin of Jungkook's face. His hand was warm, soft, relevant. Theon, you are so soft, my little sugar cup. He murmured, so warm, so mine. Jungkook whimpered softly, gripping Theon's sleeve as his shirt lifted further, revealing the slight curve of his waist. Jungkook, Daddy, what are you doing? He whispered breathlessly, chest rising and falling. Theon leaned down and kissed just below his collarbone. Loving you, my baby bunny, he whispered between kisses. Just loving you the way you deserve, slow and deep. His lips trailed down Jungkook's torso, fingering while his hand rubbed soothingly across his back. Theon, you don't even know, he whispered, how perfect you are, my sweet moondrop, my soft jelly one. Jungkook moaned lightly again, arching into the warm, eyes fluttering shut. Daddy, Theon, yes, my sugar petal. Jungkook, I feel funny. Theon chuckled against his skin. That's your heart knowing it belongs to me. Jungkook hid his face with both hands, blushing furiously. Theon gently removed them and kissed the tip of each finger. Don't hide from me, baby love. You are mine to love, to cherish, to spoil forever. He pulled Jungkook tightly into his arm, letting their bodies press together with no space between. Tonight I am not letting you go for even a second. He whispered, you are mine, my soft bunny prince, my sleepy buttercup, my everything. Jungkook whimpered, nuzzling into his neck. Theon laid him back gently on the bed, hovering above him, brushing the strand from his forehead as he whispered, tell me to stop and I will. Jungkook, no, please don't stop. Theon, let me love you, baby. Let me mark every inch of your innocence with nothing but love.